Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, we're taking another look at the Edge browser control, the new browser control released by Microsoft for Access. This is part 2. In today's video, we're going to do an update on a previous video I did a little while back on how to generate QR codes in your Access database. So about 2 years ago, I did a video on how to generate QR codes using the Google API, which is free. And essentially, you can get QR codes for pretty much anything you want in your database. But the problem with the old browser control is that it doesn't work in continuous forms or reports. So I had to use a bunch of VB code and teach the members in the extended cut how to download the QR code as an image to your local drive. And then you could put it into a continuous form or report. And this technique is still handy if you want to keep those images local, if you want to keep them in your database folder, for example. But if you don't care about all that and you just want to display them and print them, well, using the new Edge browser control, you can put them in a report like this. So let me show you how to do it. Now, this is part 2 of my Edge browser series. So if you haven't watched part 1 yet, go watch that. It's free. It's on my website. There's the link right there, a little QR code for you right there you can scan. It's on my YouTube channel, it's on my website, it's free, go watch it and then come on back. Now I do have this marked as a beginner video. We don't need any VBA code to do this, it's relatively simple, but you will need to know how to make a calculated field in a query, and you should know about string concatenation, that's putting two strings together. If you haven't watched these 2 videos, go watch them now. You'll find links down below in the description under the video window, and you can go watch that stuff and then come on back. Okay, here I am in my TechHelp free template. This is a free database. You can grab a copy off my website if you want to, but what I'm going to show you today is you pretty much do it in any database. Let's just create a real simple product table, create table design, and we got our product ID, that's our auto number, the product name, remember don't use just name, name's a reserved word, short text, and then let's have in here maybe a product code, right? And that product code is what we want to use to generate our QR code. And you'll put whatever other fields in here you want, like the unit price, the quantity on hand, whatever other stuff you want to have about your product, picture, that kind of stuff. All right, but I'm just going to save this. It's our nice little demo table here. Save this, product T, my product table, primary key, yup, there you go. And let's put a few things in here. All right, so I'm going to use myself, for example. And let's say I'm just putting in my different tutorials as my videos, okay, as my products. So I've got my DLOOKUP tutorial, and let's say the product code for this is DLOOKUP. All right, let's say I got Access Beginner 1, and that is ACB1. Okay, and one more. Let's say I've got my Excel VLOOKUP. Right, and the product code for that is VLOOKUP. You get the point here, right? You put the product name in and your product code. All right, let's close this. And now let's make a query that's going to build the Google API link for that particular product code. Now, I cover this in my other QR code video. All right, in that video, I talked about the Google Charts API, how you can generate QR codes for free using a link to their site. And then I show you the basic structure that you have to use for that link. Let me show you again real quick. This is the basic structure of the URL that you have to build in order to display a QR code. So it's HTTPS chart.googleapis.com/chart, then question mark, that's how you begin the list of arguments, right? CHL is your value. Whatever you put in here is what the QR code is going to be made up of. And CHS is 200 by 200. That's the size of the QR code. That's about a good size that I like. And then the chart type is QR for QR code. So all you got to really do is replace your product code with this value here. And we'll do that inside of a query. So create query design. We'll bring in our product table. We can close all this stuff. All right, bring down the star, and then we're going to make a new calculated field right here. I'm going to Shift F2 to zoom in so we can see it better. All right, I'm going to copy and paste in that stuff I had in my PowerPoint slide. Here it is. There's the actual link, right? Now, we have to make this into an actual calculated field. So let's just call this QR link, and then we'll put that inside of quotes. That whole thing inside of quotes. Just like that. Okay, now we want to replace this value here with our product code, right? Product code. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to end the string and product code. code and start the string again. Don't get confused with the ampersands that's in here, that's outside the string, and the stuff inside the string, which is for the actual URL. I know it's two different sets of ampersands going on here. Okay, so hit OK. And now if you run it, you can see all your links are built for you right there. And that's the actual value that's going to be made up of the product code. Let's save this as my product queue. And now we can use this to build our report. All right, I've already got a blank report template right here. I'm going to copy and paste this guy. Copy, paste. It's just a blank report with all my default settings. We'll call this my product R. And then I'll design this guy, design view. All right, I'm going to make this smaller. It doesn't need to be quite that big. Let's get rid of this field in here. I'm just going to get rid of all this empty space for the headers that I don't need. Okay, get rid of you. Get rid of you. You can put headers and footers on if you want to. All right, let's set the record source under data. That's now going to be our product queue. All right, this is another reason why I like to have my T's and Q's on the end of my products and tables. Product queue. Add existing fields. You can bring all these guys in if you want to, but you don't need to bring in the QR link because you'll see in a second. It'll show you the link on here, but what we want right here is the browser control to display that. But I'll bring it in here anyways, just so you can see it. Okay. All right, right here is where we put our browser control. So pick this guy, drag a box for it right there. It's going to ask you where you want to bind it, and then just cancel that. All right, open up its properties. All right, I call it WB for my web browser. And the control source, we're going to bind it to that QR link. Okay, save it, close it, close it. All right, let's open it up. Right-click on the product there and go to Print Preview. Takes a second to generate the QR codes, and there they are. Let's zoom in. You can see there they are, your distinct QR codes. Now, if you scan this, as I just tried with my phone, you're literally just going to get the word DLOOKUP. That's what that QR code says, DLOOKUP. Now, if you've got your products on your website like I do, okay, you might want to have that QR code actually go to a page on your website, right, using that product code. So let's go back to our query. Right, product queue, design view. Okay, let's take a look at this QR link now. Right here, everything after CHL equals is where you can put your URL to wherever this product appears on your website. So you could put in here like https://-599cd.com/ and for me, I've got the product code I've got a tiny link system on my website. So /DLOOKUP will go right there. /ACB1 for Access Beginner 1. It'll take the user right to that page. If you've got a product lookup on yours, you could do like, lookup /product ID equals, and then your product code, whatever you want, however your website is set up. Okay, but for me, all I need is that. And now when I hit OK and take a look at what I got, those are all actual links to my products, my different tutorials, right? My DLOOKUP video, my Access Beginner 1 video, and now the QR code will have that in it. And so if the user scans it with their phone, that's where they go. So let's save this, close it. Let's go back to that report again. All right, right-click, print preview. Takes a second. All right, there you go. Let's zoom in. You can see the QR code's a little more complex now. The more data that you have in that QR code, the more characters that there are, the more complex this gets. And if you scan one of these, and yep, I just tried it with my phone, it takes you right to my website and right to that page. Now again, keep in mind, this is just displaying them. You can display them here. You can print them. Every time you go to display them, though, it's going to have to go out to Google and get a copy of them, which is a little bit, it's a slow process. And you can't use it offline, apparently. So if you do want the ability to download these QR codes and save them in your database folder, for example, I do cover that in the extended cut from my older QR code video. So go check that out. I'll put a link to it down below. But that is going to be your tech help video for today. This is part 2 of the Edge browser series. I got a couple more videos coming up. I'm going to show you how to actually do dynamic things with the browser, like send values to the page, retrieve values from the page. That is going to require some VBA programming, though. So the next couple of videos are going to be for developers. But for everybody else, I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member, and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free Tech Help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the Tech Help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any Tech Help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for TechHelp questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.